Ayo Pintos, we are here with my first ever 100 days series. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I'm gonna spend 100 days in Minecraft Forever Stranded, a mod pack all the way back in 1.10.2, and I will try and get something going on. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump all the way to when we started off. Ayo Pintos, something new. Yes. 100 Days. Forever Stranded. Attempt. I am streaming this over on YouTube this time, not Twitch. That's why there will be no music because. Alright, day zero was mainly spent mainly setting up, got some trees planted, and then towards the middle of the day I didn't really do much. And then as night arose I obviously couldn't go outside, so I made a zombie basically zombie farm, and I sat there and stuck everything. And yeah, that's what I did for the most part of day zero. Anyway, day one was spent pretty chill. I went out my inventory a little bit. I then went outside and planted some trees. This narrating bit is going to be very difficult because it is impossible to speak as slowly as these footage is going by. I also had to survive my life over rotten flesh, which I got tired of eventually. And then as I was I grew a tree, tried to break that tree. Then a zombie attacked me, so I had to come back with 360 and kill it. I then broke my tree, which I rightfully deserved to break. I then later on, as I was about to burn, I was like, let's not do that. So I thought to make this little stream. I'm not trying to die, first of all. And this will help with my temperature. And I can also access the drops of I then planted a tree inside and tried to grow it, which I then had to remove the roof to do so. No, I can't. So we need to mod it some more. Being outside is dangerous at our current level, bro. So that's why I'm doing this. I then spent like the rest of the day breaking out of my airplane and changing it to this oh so nice fortress where zombies wouldn't get up, so that I could kind of look out into the plain desert. Moving on to the times in between days 2 and 3, I first started off dying about 7 times. I'm just kidding, it was only like 3 or 4 times that I died, and then I tried to lead the zombies off. Went back, grabbed my stuff, free dirt. But then I remembered this is basically like the easiest way to get dirt is if you then broke some trees, got some carrots, but since I didn't have water, I was like, well, I might as well spam this with a little bit of bone meal I have. So that's what I did, and I got a couple pieces of carrots. Food is food in this desert, I swear. They may be asking, why did I use carrots and not potatoes? Because I'm stupid. That's literally why. And then I took my mighty crook to some nice string leaves and got myself some sturdy string. proceeded to smash my mighty hammer into the sand for some dust. I then saw this terrifying message of the blood moon rising, and I was like, yo, it's way too early for me to have a blood moon. It's the night of day 2 at this point, and I'm like, I don't have enough craft for this.
There's gonna be zombie mania.
So I was trying to figure out how can I possibly avoid it.
Probably not even want to go outside, so we're gonna go.
But beforehand, I obviously needed to like get some more resources that I don't really need.
Actually, it's sunset. I don't think I can sleep yet. Dang. No,
So I then proceeded to use my study string to make 3 wool, which I would then put on top of 3 oak log planks. Yes, those are planks. To make a bed to try and cheat out this blood moon somehow.
My journey map said it was still daytime, so. That's what it is. What the a seat. Anyway, the Y is looking kind of off.
The switch said I was too tired to sleep, but I clicked it hard enough, and I guess it's because the journey map bugged, but I was able to sleep, so win-win. And then we get to see how all those mad mobs fell out of the world. Continuing on to day 3, I compressed sand. This was a mighty task, to which I then, afterthought, died to heat. Is it hyperthermia? Yes, I died to hyperthermia. Again. I then saw an oh so mighty quest to make a dirty water bottle for a reward. So I then searched how to make that dirty water bottle, and it's kind of self-explanatory. Put some dirt into a bottle. Doesn't even have to be a water bottle. You just make a dirty water bottle. I don't know why I literally searched up that recipe, and then I still proceeded to put a water bottle in it, when it obviously said a bottle and some dirt.
Why would I willingly make dirty water though? For real.
Anyway, after doing so, I chopped wood, obviously, and then I cooked their leaves. During the night, as usual, I spent the entire time whacking the heads off of zombies. Which one actually ended up being a compressed zombie? I did die somehow. I don't know. It must have been a glitch. But I did get a piece of iron. I did figure out that if I go to like the top of my wing, it's basically like the perfect site if you ever want to jump off and just end everything. But also, for real though, it gathers up the zombies so I can kill them, making things much easier. Anyway, killed those guys, got some free iron, made more swords because I'll never have enough wooden swords to kill all of these zombies that are always in my way. And I did actually want to make slag, but like, that's gonna be later on because it's a long process to make. But I was interested in getting dirt and water at this point in time because it would always be useful. So on to hammers we go because I plan to spend some time digging a trench. I then died in some because it was hot. Anyway, I was gonna go ahead and dig a trench around my base using these hammers. 1, so I could get dust. 2, so that zombie would be harder to get some zombies in. This process would take a few days though. Process mainly went like dig, sieve, make the stuff into ore, repeat. Bro, I'm sorry, I just had a hard brain fart. No lie.
What's it, a slime ball? And ice cubes.
I forgot to include the occasional killing zombies after and whatnot in, the side tracks. Because I can never just do one thing. Although one day I was just going at my base, the switch just kind of showed up, so I obviously had to kill it. Only after it killed me though, because I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad. Of course I can kill a witch and not die, unless it's hypothermia, of course. And then I decided, this plane looks kind of ugly. Let me get rid of the wings, and plus it's free blocks that I totally will use later. Although it did take a few pickaxes, which oh look, another blood moon. Isn't that so wonderful? Let's find a way to cheat it again, because I totally won't do this every time blood moon appears again. Although I did have a bit of difficulty this one, and I was like, whoa, 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 don't actually make people do blood moon. So I was like, let's glitch the journey map, because I like has to either way. So what I did basically was stand to a point where the journey map would go, it's daytime, try to go through the door and try and click it. And basically I'll do this a few times, and I guess, I don't know, maybe it's because we're an older version, but this glitches it to the point where I can sleep. Anyway, after I woke up, I went straight back to getting rid of the wing. It was pretty legitimate. And I decided to turn that little pond into a farm, because food will always be necessary.
Flippin' water. I'm gonna get a bottle and I'm gonna eat it. More ice than it does anything else. I can make 2. I can make 6 of it. Nothing. We didn't do anything.
Anyway, moving on. Day 11 wasn't too eventful. An objective was to get cobble and get dirt. Getting dirt was it's not hard, it just takes time, because yeah, I have to put some sort of fertilizer or whatnot, compost, into the wood barrel, which then takes millennia to actually become dirt. And of course I always gotta get water and then sieve the dirt sometimes to actually get cobblestone. And then I also continued on expanding a few blocks. Now that I have a bit of a ring going on, I moved my tree from outside, because I won't have to worry about getting killed 24/7. Also to make 2 more water barrels, because faster dirt equal more dirt. Immediately died of hypothermia after, because when will I not die of hypothermia? Anyway, saving more dirt to get more pebbles, to get more stone, making more dirt using my raw and flesh, because that's the main way to do this. Saving again, blah blah blah, rinse repeat. Use this cobblestone to make an axe, because I did not want to hit another tree with a wooden axe. I made a cook silkworm, decided that's disgusting, and went on to my next quest. Which, that quest actually gave me a pretty good loot box.
I was gonna clap,
kind of, sort of. I mean, I ended up using most of the resources, so it is a pretty good box, except for the magic capacitor. I don't know how to use that thing, or what it goes in. It's from some mod that I don't venture into, because it's weird. But the tin and iron and bones do help. Anyway, expanded my farm a little bit more during the night, and then I made some torches to go light up my perimeter, because why not? It's mobs are gonna spawn in it. As you see, a skeleton kills me, because everything can kill me. Anyway, I spend like this night and a little bit of the next day just lighting things up and killing mobs in between, because they're spawning as I'm lighting things up, which is not very bothersome.
I have to use an entire bucket. I honestly don't even want to make this. 10 gear. Iron.
Anyway, these day 12 to 13 begin with destroying the stuff within my boat with shears, and getting rid of our oh so helpful wooden barrier that's on top of my ship, because I didn't need any more. I had a trench. I didn't need that little station on top. But I didn't use that tin earlier, so it was going to be useful, and we made ourselves a shovel and a pickaxe. And with that shovel, I tried to get flint, because I wanted to make a flint mesh, because it would give me better drops from the leaves, the infested leaves, and the dust stuff. And then I was like, you know, I gotta try to make a zombie farm so I can get XP, zombie flesh, iron, carrots, potatoes, all that good stuff. So only after digging through a bunch of sand, because falls, they break in because I possess no brain cells. And they jumped in through a block that was low enough for them to get into. So after killing them and dying along with them a couple times, I finished making my zombie farm, add a couple spice to make killing them easier, and then I go back to making flint. For the most part.
I'm just gonna do it.
I later on decided that we should probably get into Tinker's Construct because their weapons are OP. No kid. So I kind of shuffled through all those pages like, what do I want to make? But there was a quest that said like better defense, offense, better get some offense. They had a weird quest name. It was pretty nice though. So beginning of day 14, I made that. Cut above the rest. It's actually a pretty nice achievement.
It does 8 attack damage.
The sword does decent damage, so I did replace it for my tin sword I had made. And I harvested what little bit of farm I have to get some rice because it wasn't for
Reach! Yes, we can just get a bucket out of nowhere. And that'll give us 2 salt, and it takes the bucket.
I then wasted water to make salt, to make monster jerky to eat, because it's a food source that I will never be making again because I'll find a better way. Anyway, later on, continue chopping more wood because wood will also be necessary. And then finally went ahead and seeded some of that infested leaves to get more ice and more slime. So I can make myself some slime boots. Because this plus the slime thing will always be great for these mod packs where you need to travel far and fast. Because it will get you far. Fast. I know, I'm such a joker, right? Anyway, I decided to spend a couple iron making a pickaxe and a shield that I will totally use for some time. And then I ate potatoes till it's
the tower we saw before.
Let's go explore a little bit.
There's actually 2 things to do.
Tower, and with a dungeon next to it, I was like, well, I might not be able to do much with it, but let's see if I can kind of cheat a little bit. Yeah, that first entry did not go so well, so
I'm gonna play it safe and I'm gonna explore the desert temple first.
The desert temple that I sold right last minute because I was like, it's right there. And then
I
was like,
that's it.
Oh,
nice.
So
we'll play it safe and explore the desert temple first because that has mobs constantly spawning in it.
Spawning desert for sure. That it's 1.10. It's literally just limited to those wells and sandcastles. Big boy sandcastles. Anyway, I just slowed it down so y'all could see exactly how much loot I got for the first test and then sped it up for the rest because
I didn't bring torches.
It was mini bones. And this sword called the Ender
got a sword.
is pretty big.
It has 1 attack damage.
I don't really end up using because I don't know how to charge stuff. And that apparatus would annoying to me.
So you'd have to power it to get any damage out of it.
Anyway, going back up from there, I did plan to like just camp the night there because I didn't want to die. But then I got bored, so I slung all the way back home. Totally risking my life and having to go back out in the night. I don't know how Creeper got outside my door, but it probably spawned on my roof because I haven't put torches on there. Anyway, I went to sleep leading us 2 days, 16 through 18.
We're not gonna go to that.
Which will be
actually,
spent exploring.
There's a well.
first step was that battle tower, which I easily knocked out the first floor because I actually did the spider spawn first because I did not plan to do the poison. Killed a creeper, and you probably asked me, Kizzy, why are you using your red sword when you showed me? Simply because I did not want to put my shit down and then get
Because we couldn't expect much from a bottom floor.
Anyway,
We'll have to wait till
first
they
floor did not
spawn
have any loot,
and come back.
I was like, let's go. No, I didn't go and check the location, and the loot was
Breaking
actually
torches.
water. I mean, why wouldn't it be? That's the easiest floor to literally go to the sun. And when they didn't go on down, I was like, I hear spiders and shit. So
I just need a mark base. Like,
let's go to the city instead. But of course, before then, I did need to make a marker at home, so I wouldn't get lost. Because I would not remember coordinates for life of me. Only dying to hypothermia again. Because this will never end. Anyway, I made plans to go to the city that night. But I was like, yeah, I'm not about to go up into a city full of spawners and die. So I glitched it, of course. This is gonna happen every time a blood moon happens. Because I don't benefit from it all that well.
Got it.
But first thing in the morning, I did send myself all the way over to the city. And on the way, of course, I got some cactus because they take less to make water, which is pretty dang nice. I did go ahead and grab some cobblestone because I don't really have a generator yet, but I would like to do what I can. First one I narrated, and loot. I got bookshelves, so
Can't run.
because I couldn't run and I didn't have to. I killed it. This broke its small, I got that XP from it. And potato because you can see
This is why we need Hunter's Bro.
a potion, and I need to really run and heal because
I'm literally in this door. I'm a skeleton.
Damage, and I don't want to die in a city that's like 600 blocks away from my base. It's not what I'm talking about. Anyway, moving on to the next good part of the city, there was a forge here, which I plan to yoink because seared bricks take... They're not meant for a desert biome. So of course I yoinked the entire thing because I did not plan to spend the entirety of this 100 days trying to make a singular forge. But that's pretty useful because this forge will allow me to use tinkers and explore new horizons. Because I usually stick away from mods that aren't really vanilla Minecraft. But tinkers will allow me to get OP weapons, and that'd be nice. So yeah, invaded more structures during the night. Cheated their loot because there's spawners in literally every building. And by the end of that day, I went back home and looked at my spoils and harvested my farm again. And then went to sleep. Because why not? First thing in the morning, I was like, we're gonna get to the top of the tower. Yes, I am aware that there's a guarding on top of it. This is not my first time playing with this mod. But I was like, what's the worst that can happen? And luckily, I was far enough away from my base for the sandstorm to not affect it. I don't know why they just opened the chest right.
He will one-tap me. That is why I ran.
But I was like, no, I don't want to die. Because now it totally doesn't notice I'm there. Which will result in and me having to sprint across the plains to get my loot. So that's what I do. Slowly but surely, I make some blocks, I eat some food, and I go over there. On the way over there, wasn't nice because there was a sandstorm behind me, and I'm surprised I did not die to hypothermia. And I don't know if you noticed, but that dude was literally shooting at my base. I don't know why, but his aim is trash. Anyway, after dying twice, I did get my loot, and I then looked to that battle tower, which I planned to cheat and get the loot from. The stuff in the top chest completely got destroyed, which is usually the best loot on this type of battle tower, when I was pretty mad about it. But, I glitched the rest of it, went back home, saw my airplane, and I was like, I don't like this front, let me patch it up. So even though it's mismatched, I still like it, because I don't have to look at the ugly
Fixed.
duckling of a front. Just be exposed. That night was not very fun because there were a bunch of mobs in the quarry, so I had to go underground to sleep. But in the morning of day 19, I went out, killed those mobs who somehow got in, and then a whole horde got in, had to heal them, went to the farm, killed more of them, cleared out the trench because it was affected by the sandstorm, sadly, and I was like, well, I got all these sand piles, let me build up some defenses that kind of glitch them off so they can't jump over them as easily. So yeah, one on one on my base, destroyed all the sandstorm piles, and upped the defense a little bit.
And yeah, it's been
Second
a
let's play the
bullshit.
Sandberg.
What did we do today?
I went to sleep.
Nothing important. Day
Because
20.
we need templates to make stuff, which leads us straight into day 20 through 24. These days were spent with tinkers, or at least trying to understand tinkers.
Bam! Induction smelter. I don't know how we're gonna power this. This. Cool. Cogenerator. This is the earliest thing I know that can make power. Got 12 whole potato. That is the actually additions video.
But of course, before tinkers, I needed to make an induction furnace and a coal generator to go along with it. So, yep, that's what I did. I made them, and then I powered them with wood because I don't have anything else to use right now. And then I gathered some sand to put in the induction smelter because it basically doesn't work without it. It needs something to save the thing through. And the induction smelter is what I will. Oh my god, there's a bug on my wall. Once again, during the night, I visited the city for more cobblestone. Even though I'm ready, I needed gravel, but I don't think there was much gravel for me there. And then I went ahead and put a bunch of shovels and later on chest plates made of copper into the furnace because they have a chance of giving me slag, which is very nice because they can triple iron and double gold and whatnot.
Okay.
But I didn't have another bucket, an iron one, because I needed fresh water to then make
Please don't take my bucket.
To then make a porcelain bucket. To then finish the quest, which is really important because it gives us a canteen, which we would only be able to make if we had cows. Basically, canteen, it's an unlimited source of water as long as you're near water or have a source block near you. You just fill the canteen and it won't take up the water source. I did not making these useless filters as well that I can't use. Well, I mean, you can use them, but they don't really work. And then in the morning, I went ahead and cleared up some stuff from a sandstorm and added some more sand piles around the border because they're locally needed. And then from another quest, I got this splash post-in of second chance. So basically, if I'm about to die, I splash this, and then I won't die. I don't know what'll happen if I use it, but I won't die. And, for starters, kids, don't place fire next to wood blocks for future insight. Don't put an open fire source next to wood. It will burn. But anyway, I made 2 crucibles. Though this did take longer than necessary because I was trying not to die of hypothermia while this far away from my base. But I did jump around a little bit, see what was there. And then I wasted the filter and slingshotted back home.
Another sandstorm? Are you actually kidding?
Anyway, I left this segment unslowed because I jumped into a lava pool and almost died. And the forge literally did take my blood. Apparently that's a source you can use.
Blood? Really?
Anyway, I made a cobblestone generator. It only took us 25 days. Quarter way through this video, by the way. Woohoo! I haven't died over recording this or editing this yet. I was mildly getting bored actually playing this mod though. But anyway, rest of the day, spent thieving. Day 26, let's go. I actually got to the smeltery, died again hypothermia because why not? Anyway, main goal, smeltery, make the box head, get the stuff out the smeltery even though it'll go away. There was still blood by the time the wood finished melting, so I had to get that out by, of course, destroying it. And then we got ourselves an axe head. And then we did the same thing with the binding, and we got rid of the rest of the gold ingots so we can smelt some iron to make into our axe head, which I actually had to go back later and make more iron because I didn't have enough. And though I did try zombies, they didn't drop me any iron for once. But by the end of the day, I did get enough iron to make the axe head, which I then combined with a bone binding and a bone stick. And it gave me my OP iron hatchet, because all the hatchets are literally boggers, for real. Anyway, I expanded my farm a little bit.
One, two, three.
Completed this quest for Bone Quirk, and I wasn't actually an item reward. I was kind of salty about that, not gonna lie. So I was going for someone else, but I knew it was only one. Died hypothermia again. Of course, did some more tree farming because, as I said before, wood is a necessity that I will use a lot of somehow. Anyway, made a bone crook. Let's help this thing out. Compressed crook, which I'll be making later. Added more cobblestone to those crucibles next to an open fire next to my trees. Yet again, this will come to haunt me. And then I was like, I love cooking. Let's get into the cooking mod. So I made a pot because there's a quest that requires me to make all the cooking tools that I'm of course gonna need wood and stone for. So after cooking some more leaves and then infesting them, because why not get them like a lot of string? I slowed down a part for y'all. For me thinking, oh, I can revert wool to string, right? No, you really can't.
I don't think they even bring it back down into string. Yeah, you can't. No matter.
Anyway, as you can see, I made a gold hammer, and it lasted as long as you think anything gold would, and broke within like a minute of using it. First start on day 28, straight receiving because I need it. Then into the Duchess smelter, tripling my profits using rich slag, and then cooking some trees. Again, because I'll never have enough string. I totally will always have enough string. I don't know why I kept infesting leaves and making string. I did spend the last of my day just making soups for a quest, which wasn't very useful. And then I hit the hay. Anyway, continuing on. I want to do some organization, so that's what days 29 through 32 were spent doing. Of course, I made a bunch of drawers because I love drawers, and then I kind of added back a little bit of the plane wing and whatnot, and then I spent my time organizing all of my crap, all of it, because I was tired of looking at it. I just wanted to put a few days aside to fix it, and then of course it added to Enderman. Somehow, I don't know how, I looked at it, I guess, and then I harvested my tiny farm. Cause why not? I'm always needing food, so why would I not help it? Anyway, next day basically spent getting rid of these zombies who managed to break in. That storm was a pain in my booty cheeks, so I took a little bit of sand, and then I showed y'all my foresight of why you don't put lava next to trees. But at least I became comfortable with my lumber axe, so a lost one situation. Anyway, days 30 through 35 weren't spent doing much. I just wanted to make more weapons and upgrade my axe, which I went ahead and did. So after doing some research, I went ahead, let's go bronze, and I made some prints for a pickaxe and a shovel, which I want to make next. Kodo spotter, really fun, I know, right? Anyway, by the next morning, I printed out myself a shovel, and then in the night, I made a binding, and by the end of the day, I made a shovel. In the morning, I made an Invar pickaxe because Invar is actually pretty darn good, and then I upgraded my lumber axe to do more against undead. Anyway, next up was my sword, so I went ahead, casted that, and by the morning of day 36, I had a sword. Now these 2 days would be spent making some better armor, so after doing a bunch of research and a little bit of digging to actually get some more materials, in the middle of that, of course, I had to look at shields because I can never do one thing at a time. Anyway, skip through sifting, made myself a crude shield.
Damn.
We're also good to shield. It basically does a lot of damage against undead if they hit them, which I think is pretty useful. Then I went ahead and made myself a black quartz helmet and Invar chest plate and leggings, mainly for the defense is what I was looking for against these. Then I hit the hay, because why wouldn't I? Leading us to days 39 through 41. Weren't super duper eventful. I just went exploring around the area of what we knew or not. Found another building with this smelter in it, so I stole it to that apparati, English, whatever you want to call it. I stole some stuff from it, except for the boxes. I don't need them. Then I dug into this building, broke the zombie spawner, and then smashed the zombie right here, so y'all can see how much damage my Invar sword does. Went ahead, broke the spawners. I guess they're decent XP sources, and nearly died to this blaze spawner that exploded when I broke it.
Bro, there was
So
an
nice,
chest
right?
in there too.
Anyway, I broke into a couple more buildings. Got this demonic plate, but don't worry, we're gonna lose that in a couple days because I couldn't care less about it. Cause its traits are not nice. So I went to sleep after a day of that trade because I didn't want to go be in the city during night. Anyway, after doing a bit of research on the demonic plate, I flung myself over to this tower we saw next to the battle tower we saw, and then I found this stuff called bitumen, which was a pretty good fuel source, so I wanted to mine some of it. Of course, not gonna show all that because it kind of mines pretty slowly. Anyway, there was a temple next to that dungeon, so I looted that. Then I found this puddle of shrinking fluid, so I marked it in case everyone used it again. Next to that, there was another sand temple, so looted that, not much. Found another shrinking fluid, so I don't know if they're rare or not.
Just be sure.
But it's pretty fun, honestly, to just shrink out of nowhere. Anyway, I paid a visit back to the city to fulfill a quest that wanted me to go to the exact edges of the city, and I mined some of this saltpeter ore, which I'll never use. Anyway, moving on to days 42 to 43, I started off strong and made some drying racks, which will give me monster jerky. And then I found out my crops died because apparently it was a season that I'm not aware of. Anyway, looked into greenhouses, said, that's too much work, so I just planted crops that aren't affected. I know, right? Anyway, as I told you guys, I was going to get rid of that multi-name metal, so now it's gone. Anyway, I also fulfilled a quest, and it gave me another half a heart, which I thought, oh hey, maybe this is a heart container, but no, it's actually just if you play in hardcore, it gives you an extra life, which I won't be doing. So I went back into normal mode, and then I went into engineering,
Open the
which I usually try to stay away from these weird complex mods, but I was like, let's go through it and see what it has to offer.
Engineering. Wait, my throat is really congested. I'm gonna read this in the voice. Greetings, fellow engineer, and welcome to Immersive Engineering. This journal shall serve as your guide for setting up all the new machines and functions this mod has to offer.
Anyways, continue that because I spent way too long reading that, trying to voice it. I went through some stuff. It has to offer all the ores and compounds I can make and whatnot. And so yeah, after skipping that, I was like, let's make some electrium. So I made it, and then actually it was a blend. It was a weird blend. Anyway, I made a few of those electrium bindings and added them only to my pickaxe and shovel because you're gonna see later how annoying it gets. Anyway, I did some more dust collection. Yeah, pretty nice. Continuing on, I did this rice quest, and I got a sapling from it that will totally stay with us for a while. That's why I was just trying to do as many quests as I could, try and collect this line and hopefully do something useful. Later on, I moved on to getting some obsidian, which was pretty nice, other than the fact that I would have to wait literal millennia before I could do anything. But going on, through the night, I went and cleared the path to get some dust, to then sieve, because I will always be in need of materials. Anyway, next quest was making obsidian heads and whatnot, that I actually don't like because their durability is trash, but for now I did put it on my shovel, and then throughout the rest of the night I was literally just sieving. Day 47 started fresh, went straight to the quarry to get more dust, and you guys will actually see here how trash the durability on a shovel is. Anyway, days 47 through 49 were literally spent organizing and making dirt. That's literally it. And so of course the nights I would get some XP that I totally won't be using for a while because I'm special. Anyway, one of those quests gave me a solar panel that I won't use because I don't understand how that mod works. But hey, about 48 days in, and we now have another portal. How lit is that? So I instantly went in. It was fire, as you would expect another portal to be. I got some netherrack to put under my cauldrons, so that I won't have to light the things anymore. And this is also where we learn not to put open flames next to wood. Yeah. Anyway, went to sleep. That's it for days 47 to 49. Day 50 is totally special, which is why it gets its own titling, because zombies broke into my base. Again, I don't know, my wall is weird.
I'm comfortable pulling the broadsword, yeah.
Anyway, the rest of the day was literally spent just fixing the, what do we call it? The ditch? Is that what we called it? But yeah, that's what the rest of day 50 was literally spent doing. Digging and sieving.
This probably needs power. Bat? Hey there, bat. Yep. Yeah. Fail. Chicken spawn egg. We can get way. Hey. Huh? How am I supposed to get it? Chicken. Give me egg. I expand him. Feature egg abilities. I would pick this. I would pick the lifeboat crystal. Claim. I get all of it. Ready, y'all? Ready? On day 55, we have finally gotten a heart. I must write this down. Yeah!
I shall explain my house schema really quick. We have a bridge across the corridor to connect us to our mob farm. We have a couple doors. House is going to be pretty simple. Walls made out of laboratory blocks and glass panes. There are a couple doors, one to the farm, one to the bridge, one to the front of the base, and then one into the airplane. There's going to be an enchantment set up in here, and it's pretty simple. I did need to uproot my farm for a little bit.
I won't tell you what there's ice. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Did I ask for a blood moon? Nuh-uh. I'm not glitching this one though. Do we want to use this? Or do we want to use this? Because I feel like this has more texture, so we'll go with this. Well, actually, let's put them with the comparison with the laboratory block. I like it.
Anyway, y'all get to watch the process of me building this house, because it took a literal millennia. Yes, I was able to sleep. I didn't even mean to glitch it, but I guess the mod just isn't compatible. So, yeah, anyway, I went straight back to building. The house was pretty simple. I already showed y'all the schema, or blueprint if you want to call it that. But, I had to leave this grass path out because I was assuming I'm probably going to need grass at some point, so I might as well leave it there. So that's going to be there for like the majority of this build. And I did also have to pick what type of stone I was going to chisel, because I wanted to use chisel blocks.
Probably, yeah.
Anyway, most of the house was pretty smooth sailing. Get it? Smooth, because I chiseled the stone. I'm so funny. Anyway, I then had this little debate on what type of laboratory block I should use. I don't know why I even did this to myself. You'll see in a second as my slow self, very slow self, finds another block to pick. This is how slow I actually am. This is why most of this footage is sped up, because I am slow. Anyway, this one I'm about to place now, if I ever exit the panel, I never stop yapping. Go check out my 100 Days live stream to see just how much I yapped. Anyway, that block I placed just now, the dotted laboratory block, was the one I ended up using.
These are the choices. Now, which looks best?
Anyway, time went on and I needed windows. Just noticed I can chisel those too. And you guys might not know, but I actually preferred the old Minecraft texture for glass. So that's what I went ahead and chiseled.
Just streaks. Wait a second. This is the one I like.
Are you guys loving my commentary so far of me just straight up yapping? So nice, I know. Anyway, I got the basic frame of the house down, finished up with laboratory blocks, and then I had to go on top of the airplane and add supports so it was going to be a weird looking roof. Anyway, straight into the floor, dug it all out, added blue wood because I had nowhere else where I wanted to put this, but I really liked how it looked. And then we came straight onto the roof. I didn't have a particular design in mind, but I just went with what I thought might look nice, and it turned out looking nice. And then I needed to add a bridge from one of my side doors to the mod pit, which will totally be working the entire 100 days, leading us into days 62 through 66. I was working on the interior. I'm totally not looking at my note card as I do this. We made a chandelier very slowly. And added a couple support beams because the house was dark and I didn't just want to have torches on the floor. It would be in what would be my house for the rest of the 100 days. Even if I'm not that good at interior design, I wanted just a little bit of light in there so mobs wouldn't just start camping me whenever I died and woke back up in my house.
Sun's rising on. Oh shit. Sun's rising. Yes, guys.
Anyway, in the morning, like any good farmer, I went out and checked on my animals and cleaned around them because sandstorms are literal hellmakers. Anyway, I bred those chickens because there will never be enough eggs or chickens because I'm totally not going to forget I can eat these things and only use them for eggs. Anyway, I came up with a new idea. Why not add an achievement area in my house? Because there was nothing in it and I wanted to add something else. And while I didn't have diamonds yet, that's what I wanted to do. So I just put the bookshelves down. And then I went outside and replanted my cactus farm. Pretty boring couple days if I do say so myself. And then, of course, y'all can see, I farmed.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dirty first.
Anyway, on day 67, I went ahead and got myself an obsidian pickaxe because I wanted to find my way to the Nether and mine whatever I could find in there, and I needed a level cobalt pickaxe, which my current one wasn't. So I had to use that crappy obsidian. It's actually dog water. I'm not kidding, y'all.
We're gonna have to go in there on fire. We're gonna add fuel to the fire.
Anyway, my slow self made it into the Nether, and I literally spent like the rest of the day in the Nether, just mining both Ardite and Cobalt, because this is the dimension they spawn in. And while Ardite is not the best ore for me here,
look, y'all can see my hearts again.
Cobalt most definitely is.
So it must be
it ups durability.
Cobalt? Oh.
And it ups mining level. And as you can see, by the end of the day, that's what I got. Anyway, threw it straight in the thing I can totally remember what the name of, and duped my ores, because that's literally hacks right there. By the night of day 68, I was pouring cobalt. It doesn't matter. I was pouring it out of my smeltery to make an axe head and a tool rod. Yeah, this is real time how slow that drying process is. Anyway, y'all get to see the difference between what I had then and then updated. Anyway, here you can see everything I did. Made a cobalt shovel head and a cobalt pickaxe head to add to my weapons, because cobalt is just that good. Anyway, y'all probably noticed I've been speaking in a different voice. This is just more fun to speak in. Not gonna lie, I did try out Ardite, and I put it as a wide trim on my sword. I did look up what Ardite thing Petra armor does. It's kind of self-explanatory. It breaks armor easier and slices through it. Anyway, in the morning, I basically spent like half the day just researching bows, because I wanted a bow now. Totally not foreshadowing. I should have never made this bow. Anyway, I did put this stuff in the smeltery, and coincidentally, I made this stuff called Manilum. It doesn't matter. It's kind of cracked. I didn't even know it was so simple to make. But I made a tool rod out of it. And while it is cracked, it is not cracked for weapons in particular, because it is a durability killer.
I don't think it's that good of a bow limb. I can find it again.
Anyway, by the morning, I had gone ahead and made myself an Ardite Minilim short bow, because this mod is so outdated and stranded forever that I can't really make whatever I want to.
It's a single arrow.
And then by the next morning, I had made myself some Minilim arrows. Today,
continuing on
day 72 through 73, I was focusing on armor, and I made myself a pair of bronze leggings.
Yeah.
A total durability point better. Later that day, I made myself some black quartz boots to match my black quartz helmet, and y'all just get to see my
very mismatched. But my armor stat is full.
Past me said it all. Anyway, later in the night, I was finally able to get this rabbit that came from nowhere into this pen. Anyway, day 74. I spent my time trading at the market, trying to get animals, and got myself a pig. And as you can see, it was another blood moon, so I went ahead and cleared out the ditch, and a creeper exploded. I don't know how, but it imploded itself. Anyway, day 75, maintenance. Although the night I had already cleaned up, whatever had been blown up. But in the morning, I needed to just go around the base and clean up everything else. So I started off by killing all the zombies in the pit. And then day 76 or 77, were spent sieving.
Because it's the only way to get this. 10 diamonds. Just like that. Do we have enough of diamonds? Because I should be getting
Diamonds
that.
and lapis. Good news though, I did manage to make an enchantment table that I placed in my enchantment setup, of course. And I also got graphite and then made a alloy smelter. I'm never allowed to edit in peace. Anyway, I made an alloy furnace and threw some graphite and iron in there to make steel. So it is not impossible to make for Foresight. Go look at my 100 days live stream. Anyway, next day I made an anvil, put it next to the enchantment setup, and then took a trip to my quarry on days 78 through 79 and started mining. You know, the first part of Minecraft is to mine. Anyway, I needed dust, so I spent the night and day doing all that. I also went ahead and got myself some more cobblestone because we will never have enough lapis. Totally not foreshadowing for later consequences. Anyway, I compacted all that I got and spent the day sieving. I then went to kill just a couple more mobs, dying again because when will I ever not die to something? I also got myself a pig on day 80. That's about all day 80 was, other than more maintenance in the form of breaking trees. And then trading at the farmer's market. Day 81 bound to be a banger because I almost died of heat stroke. Getting a cow from the farmer's market. Anyway, let's get up to speed. Day 82 through 85 was spent making better defenses around my trench. And for 3 days, if I do say so myself, this defense ends up looking mighty spectacular and not foreshadowing. It totally doesn't get blown up in a certain section because I'm retarded and made that stupid bow. Anyway, there were several occasions where I had to chop more wood down because I somehow didn't have enough from all my other maintenance days.
What do you want to do? Tops. What if we just do both? These are the base walls. What the flip-flop happened over there?
I did also decide to add these little postcards here so that I may get myself up anytime I need to in the case where I need XP, which will be very soon, as we are on about day 84. Day and night I did this again, as I also needed to light up these post fences because stuff could spawn. Oh, looky here, y'all. I'm never gonna get a break. Look, you saw that right there? I took a step back to see my forest is on fire. Again. Causing me to lose my fruit trees because I will have to break those in order to save them.
My house, I have to protect my house from becoming on fire. Possibly on fire.
I don't know what I could have ever done to deserve my forest being burned down twice in a single 100 days.
Because my house is going to catch on fire.
I should not have had to risk that, and I started burning because, of course, fire is hot. And at this point I panicked because I thought that torch right there was fire. But luckily, it wasn't. So I spilled lighters on the side of my house that I think actually stay there for the rest of the 100 days. I completely
Okay,
forgot
on
about
day
them.
85, our entire forest burned down. Again. For a second.
On the night of day 85, on the night of 85, I took a nappy,
86.
leading us into days 86 through 88, which were totally spent doing special things, such as making our animals a nice, pretty barn. And I think it might actually be kind of pretty. At this point, I've actually decided to slow down a lot of the footage for y'all because I wasn't being as slow because I was actively losing interest in this challenge.
That's my big one. Okay. Now I kind of want to turn it sideways to go this way. Because I feel like it's really long right now for no exact reason.
And to be honest, this barn was actually one of the funner things to make. Besides my house, of course, my house was the funnest thing to make because I got to freestyle it like I do with everything all the time. This barn actually had no plan. It's completely freestyled. My house at least had a schema. But I said that's going to be front. That is not going to be the front. I report that is not going to be the front. It'll be the other side close to the nether portal because I did not want to make another door on my plane. Anyway, I did actually speed this up because while I was playing the game faster, I was not building faster. Anyway, most boards have a different color for the barn doors, so I added a laboratory block accent just for a little difference in color because this is a blue barn with oak flooring.
Okay. Nice. Now we just gotta drag this across. A very simple railroad. And out. Oh, come on. Then the nozzles will apart because there is actually no mineral slabs. Fine. Yeah. Bruh. Yeah, there's only stairs for some reason. How odd.
The roof was the funnest part, if I do say so myself, even though I would have preferred the blue wood to have slabs. Beggars can't be choosers, and the roof actually looks really nice to me. Later on, once I'd finished it, I moved on to the interior to go ahead and destroy the pens.
So you guys can decide if you want to escape or not.
And I thought animals couldn't jump on top of trapdoors.
Listen, you shouldn't have to say what happens if you decide you want to escape. Looks like many of them are already going to be dying. Looks like a lot of them are going to be dying. Move. Okay. Who makes the pens? I put them lower there. Most likely for their craft is fun. Yeah. It only took.
I love how I just cut myself off. Day 89 was nothing special. I got a sheep, that's it. Moving straight on to day 90, I dug this little pit for a fishing hole I used literally twice. Just because I wanted fish for a quest that I was never going to do. I did test it with a fishing rod, and I don't know why it was doing this thing with the water. It was quite weird if I do say so myself. But day 90 was also spent upgrading my weapons just a little bit as I'd watched a video which also informed me that tinkers actually can't be enchanted, but they may be upgraded, adding more modifiers.
I don't think it, why do the modifiers go down? Fire damage. Okay.
Anyway, Energetic PZ here for y'all. I did end up modifying my shovel, pickaxe, axe, and sword because why not? They can always be better. And I hope you are loving the clicking of my mouse every time. I don't know why my mic hates me so much. Anyway, I did have to I did have to upgrade my sword multiple times because I'm being indecisive. And newsflash, I don't have a limit to what I can put on here until I max out the modifiers. Meaning I could relatively find something for Smite on this sword as well and top it with Bane of Arthropods, which is very nice if I do say so myself. That there's no limit to the modifiers until you run out of space for modifiers.
Oh wait, I should have named it. I should have named it.
Don't worry, Past Me Z. You will name your weapons in the future. Anyway, days 91 through 95 were not that special, so sadly, they were spent enchanting.
1 second.
I never want to enchant in this mod pack ever again. But as you can see, I did finally, I don't know what, oh, I forgot to press enter on that. That's why the name didn't get transferred. I didn't press enter. And I possess 5 brain cells. That's exactly why. Anyway, as I was saying before, days 91 through 95 were spent enchanting. That's literally it. And I wasted my precious lapis trying to name these weapons. These next few days will be speed ups of me killing zombies, a slowdown for whenever I enchant armor, and then repeat. But I did want to show you this helmet I got, because everything in this mod drops mad armor that just happens to be low level, and I don't know what I do to deserve this.
I'll take that. Ooh.
Prot 2 and Breaking 2 on my leggings is pretty good if I do say so myself.
There we go. Sorry, Dave. No, I do. Not going out at full HP is what's gonna get me killed. What did this guardian do just do? I low-key want to try and fight him. Well, not like, you know, actually fight him, but you know. Fake fight him.
Y'all know I can never catch a break. So of course I don't think as I burn to death and lose 24 levels upon death.
Trying to put on the death point.
I think I'm noticeably mad here
Sometimes it doesn't want to work.
because my mouse was tweaking.
Oh, our levels. Prot 2. I only got Prot 2.
I did manage to get Prot 2 on my boots, if I do say so myself.
Now can I name
And
chicken?
I believe to name something, I needed to add or repair the weapon.
His
And
name
I named my
is not
sword
chicken. Yes.
because I wanted to name things after animals. My pickaxe was not too far. I gave it the mighty name of
Seeds.
mighty, if I do say so myself. Let's break a bit off from commentary right now. If you're awake watching this video, comment what mod I should do next. Because As long as it isn't
Now we're right
as
next to Mars.
grindy as
We're gonna
this,
save
I would like to show actual progress in 100 days. I mainly did this mod because it's one of my OG favorites,
Let's go
and
check something before we die.
I feel like it was not popular for long enough. Anyway, back to commentary. You can see I'm about to die to a lethal heat wave right now,
Smite.
and I wanted to use my levels before I died
Breaking
and put it on my shield. My very nice shield that I keep because it's one of the best shields, honestly. And here I noticed I still have 12 levels. Let's not die. Come on, turn the radio on, and my game crashed. It's actually bonkers.
I'm breaking. We're gonna go sling over there. And then he's only gonna pop. He's gonna pop really slowly.
Now, day 95 will be a special one, as I have set out on the quest of Almighty to destroy this tower's guardian. Of course, I would need solid defenses, which in this case will be sand, but this guardian shan't harm me. So, as I proceeded closer, a plan swelled in my mind. Your dumb self made this bow, so thou shalt use it and spam this guardian to death. First shot, succeed, and as the rest is sped up, this guardian must not be able to see, and with the final shot be an explosion arrow. We see how truly powerful these arrows are. Anyway, I got a breaking 2 on my halberd that I totally don't forget. I cannot break.
I might not say when I finish, because I know this goal is gonna happen if I'm setting it too high. 200 likes on the 100 days video whenever I post it, and I'll do 200 days. I made it so high so that I don't get that amount of likes, so I don't have to do it again. Because I hate this mod. I'll do a different mod, I swear. Anyway, subscribe for more content.
97 because I totally wasn't going delirious the other day playing this mod for so goddamn long. Anyway, we're gonna explore for a little bit. Not far. We're just gonna go back to the dungeon that you may or may not have seen before. And I did have to relog my world because it was bugging. For real. And I was gonna cheat this dungeon because I am a cheater chicken feeder. But I will never learn from the power of these explosion arrows, which I really should because they cause me great harm.
There's bread and apples in here. I think this might be from destroying these. And then we'll throw another. Wait. Actually, let's go a bit farther away. How big is the explosion radius? I literally don't know. But this should be far enough. This happens from destroying stuff on.
I might have spent the entire day at that dungeon, but I took the chance to gather XP on my way back, and couldn't exactly get a good enchant for my helmet. So I just went for Unbreaking 1 and combined it in the anvil to give myself a full enchanted armor. And day 98, I went ahead and made myself this very nice atomic reconstructor, because had I thought it wasn't so difficult to craft in the earlier days, I would have crafted it in the earlier days, because it's actually quite cracked if you have the right materials. Now I will admit I played with this thing for about 10 minutes, just messing with the beam and transforming random objects. So there were so many things I could transform that I may not use but fun to transform. Later in the day, I went ahead and visited the dungeon again because today I wanted to explode things.
So I flung myself out of the dungeon just to get a little ground to not explode myself with this arrow again.
I was just writing something else. We're gonna explode the next level. This shouldn't be too bad. I do need. Why is my water always gone? Oh wait. There's last. And this is just loot asking for me.
Thy might spend
Belly my demise.
a day here at this dungeon yet again, but thou shan't fall to the mighty claws of the skeleton's arrow.
We've got a coffee maker.
I hate
I
poetry.
don't know what it's powered off of.
Anyway, I did make a coffee maker, but
Yeah.
my efforts to figure out how it works were fatal,
Place it on top of this.
and I did not want to waste time on them.
Bunnies are existing. Pigs are existing. Cows and chickens are existing. I don't know why we have 2 cows. And sheep are also existing.
At the night,
Oh,
your
nice.
great farmer decided to check on their animals
Anyway, off we
again,
go. There's sand.
because I
in
wanted
here.
to do maintenance on the
There's
sand
sand
that was literally everywhere.
everywhere.
This clip is important, so pay attention.
My base was looking nice and snazzy before that storm came through. Now it's looking not so snazzy. I would like my anthem note to be snazzy. Spiders can still somehow get across. Oh my gosh, that's a compressed spider. That's a compressed spider. That's a compressed spider. Are you kidding me? Sleep, 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 sleep.
Thy possesses 5 brain cells.
That was an explosive arrow. That's why. I thought the spider exploded.
Yes,
but no.
PZ. It was an explosive arrow. Day 99. One day before this challenge is over, and I won't have a thumbnail if I don't repair. So that's what I spent the day doing. Trying to repair this hole, and the half of my farm building I'd imploded with my 5 feasible brain cells. This is why I should have never made this goddamn bow. It only causes trouble. Although it did help me kill that guardian, so like, not everything can be positive.
My village. And I can't jump slabs. And I'm gonna kill it. I love how there was no risk. It just kind of died.
I did this for the entire day, and by nightfall I was already working on the side of our farm, which I consider a mean feat considering how much had been exploded. And while leading animals back into the pen was very annoying. Day 100 is among us, and I must finish this in time. And with our final touches, the trapdoors are back up on the 2nd floor, and the farmhouse is rebuilt. So let's just go around the base and do a little bit of maintenance. And try not to die, but die anyway because there's nothing I can do about the heat in this mod. I never want to mess with the temperature mod again, but I did give the coffee maker one last chance to figure itself out, which was to no avail. So on the night, because all I had left was this one night, I needed to think quick. What could I possibly make to celebrate having survived? Or thrived, rather, in this 100 days.
No, this cow.
Because I totally thrived, even though I died literally once every 10 days.
I need some wheat.
Minimum. minimum. Was dying left and right, y'all. So I went ahead and gathered the ingredients for a mighty cake to be our final feast.
Can't put this torch away. Gonna plant this up. 1, 2, 3. Hit it with the 1, egg that, and we got cake, y'all. The lie. The lie. Basically, we just did, bro. We got our cake. We got our ruin it.
I did try to record my outro, but these blitz always get in the fucking way.
There's 2 of them. Sorry,
So I killed them with my bow cautiously
Night blazes.
threw out my explosive arrow before I started shooting.
Oh, that's what changed.
And I planted that cake.
Some cake on the night of 100. Yeah. Anyway, we've done it. We've survived 100 days. I will happily indulge in my water and some cake. Because, yeah. Let me eat the cake. Let me eat the cake. I think I ate the entire cake, though. I did. This is a very fat character. Oh my god. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because we just survived 100 days in Forever Stranded.
Anyway, in my best commentator voice possible, I would like to thank anybody who has made it this far, whether conscious or unconscious, or partially or subconscious. This is just a little view of my compound and what I have achieved in these 100 days. I hope you guys liked this little video, and if you want me to do another 100 days, please leave a comment down below for what you guys would like to see. And as any generic YouTuber would say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I want it. It'd be so helpful, y'all. If you would like to see the unedited version, as I did type in the intro, go ahead, go to my live stream section on my channel, and all parts of the live stream are there from day 1, or rather day 0, to night 100. And apparently witches can see you in spectator mode. What a surprise. Anyway, as we make it upon the chamber where we first started and take a look at our best friend Jeff, that's going to be all for me today. Peace, Pintos.